Hey guys, it's Jake from the Bushcraft channel, back here again with another video. If you're in Ohio on this chilly morning, I like this cooler weather because I'm able to wear a jacket, but it's currently high 50s, low 60s, something like that. So cool enough to wear a jacket. It's a little bit of a taste of fall. But what I want to do today is I kind of want to talk a little bit about the versatility of carrying steel wool with you. Not a whole lot of people carry steel wool, but I do think steel wool is definitely a viable option and has a place in your kit because it has so many uses. So I brought some steel wool out here with me today, and I brought quite a bit of it. Now, I would not carry this much steel wool in my bag whatsoever. It's just too much. I would probably carry something like this and just throw it in my fire tin or my fire kit, something like that, because like I said, there are multiple ways to use this to start fire. And also you can use it to clean surface rust off your gun, off your knife, what have you, clean pots and pans. But this is a 4/0 steel wool or quadruple-aught steel wool. If you get anything that's not as fine, it's a little bit more difficult to light with some of these methods, but it will work. So I'm gonna move the camera in here and I'm gonna show you guys a few different ways that you can use to light this steel wool. Some methods you may not have thought before, other methods you may have seen a million times. So let me go ahead and move the camera down in here and show you guys what we're working with. Okay, so we've got our steel wool here again. You don't have to do much fluffing up with this stuff. You want to fluff it up a little bit, but it will take a spark pretty readily. So first off, we're just going to start with two pretty basic fire starting items, right? Bic lighter and then a ferrocerium rod. And again, all you have to do with this is put the rod down, spark it. And you can see how hot this actually burns. It is a molten ball of metal. So it's going to burn very hot and it holds an ember for a long time. So there's one method with the ferrocerium rod. So the next method, we can obviously use the flame from our Bic lighter, right? But this will also take a spark from a Bic lighter very readily, just like that. All right, put that out. So there's two methods right here. So if your Bic was out of fuel for whatever reason, or you just had a small spark, you can also light it with just that. Now, what a lot of people don't know is essentially this Bic has a mini ferrocerium rod inside with a rough wheel on top. That's how you're getting the sparks from this Bic lighter. But you can also use flint and steel with this steel wool. I'm just going to grab a piece of flint out of here. Just take a chunk of the steel wool. We don't need all of it. You just kind of fluff it up a little bit. You don't need to do anything drastic to it. And with this, all we need is a rock. If we have a high carbon steel knife, we use the knife. Or piece of flint, and then we have our high carbon steel blade. Now, I do have the actual striker in here for the flint. Sorry. In here for the flint. But I just want to do the knife for demonstration purposes. So, but if you carry one of these, it's another option. Hold the knife above it and take your piece of flint or chert or whatever, and you don't want to bang into the knife, right? You're not trying to make a right angle on it or 90-degree angle. You just want to take glancing blows. Think of it like you're just trying to shave a real thin piece of metal off the back of your blade. Just like that. So far, we've used our knife and a rock. We've used the Bic lighter, the spark from the Bic, and then of course your ferrocerium rod. So far we've used 4 methods to light this stuff. Now, something else you could do is if you were making a friction fire and you had some very wet marginal tinder, you can also use this to kind of dry out that tinder, because this stuff burns very, very hot. You can use it to dry out that tinder, and it'll give you a really hot ember compared to what you'll get from just a regular bow drill or hand drill set. I'm not trying to make any type of pretty feather sticks or anything like that, just enough to give me some fuel. So even if you had marginal resources to start your fire, you can take a piece of this, light it up, put your fuel on top of it. Just like that. You get shavings or feather sticks lit. I just did shavings. That's really all you need to do. And there you go. You've got actual wood itself on fire. I just used a piece of poplar that I cut for a hearth board for later today for a bow drill video. So I just went ahead and used that. All right, and the last method is going to be, of course, using a battery. Most of the videos you see, people are using 9-volt batteries. I don't know about you guys, but I don't carry a 9-volt battery around with me. Number one, because I don't have anything that takes them besides my smoke detector. Number two, they're like $9 a piece. So just to carry a battery specifically to light steel wool to me is kind of ridiculous. So I use the batteries from a headlamp if I need to. So that, in case you don't know, these Ranger bands are also flammable because they're rubber. You got AAAs. Now there are 3 AAAs in my headlamp. Most of the headlamps I have are 3 AAAs. Only 1 or 2 of them are 2 AAs. So this will work with 2 AAAs, but it's easier with 3 AAAs. Yes, you can take a little piece of duct tape and duct tape them together. I'm just going to move this log over a little bit because I've got a nice crack going down through it. So I'm just going to set them there in series. Make sure they don't roll anywhere or anything like that. Actually, this might go this way with it. So after you have your battery set in series, take you a piece of this steel wool. You want to get it fairly thin. Just like that. We'll put the rest of this over here as kind of like a mini tinder bundle. And I'm sure number one, it's long enough to reach. If not, you just stretch it out a little bit. You want this fairly thin. You don't want this super thick. And I'm just going to lightly roll it in my hands. Just like that. Now one of these ends I can roll up nice and tight because I want direct contact on the negative side of the battery, and then on the side that I have the positive end on, I want to kind of fluff it up a little bit. Give it a little bit of surface area, not make it so tight. I'm going to connect one end to your battery, nice and solid, just like that. The other end, whoop, went out on me. And there you go. Use the batteries from your headlamp to get your ember and to start your fire. Again, I do feel like the steel wool does have a place in people's kits. It has multiple uses, everything from cleaning rust, cleaning pots and pans, to starting fires. And we started it 5 different ways, right? So we have the lighter and the spark from the lighter, which I guess really you can count as one. We have flint steel, batteries from our headlamp, and then of course ferrocerium rod. No, I would not carry an entire pad of this steel wool, but I might carry a small hank. Again, you can also use it as an extender for friction fire. And also You can basically use it as its own bird's nest. Flint steel produces about an 800-degree spark, and that's about minimum you need for this. Once you do put a bow drill or hand drill ember in this thing, it just becomes a molten ball of metal, and it's super hot. So any wet tinder that you have or marginal material, like you saw the crappy shavings that I made, it will light that stuff, and it will dry that stuff out enough to light it, as opposed to just using a small piece of char cloth or char material or a ember from a friction fire set. This will give you a little bit of an advantage when it comes to wet or damp materials or stuff that's just not very good for fire starting. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, don't forget to like and share, and also leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about carrying steel wool. Is it something you would carry in your kit, or is it something that has kind of become obsolete and it's really not worth carrying anymore? Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like any of the gear I use in my videos, you can check out the links below. One of them is to my website, buckyebushcraft.com, and then the other one is to my affiliate link with Campcraft Outdoors. I'm Jake Trent with the Buckeye Bushcraft channel. Thank you guys for watching.